If you're interviewing, one of the hardest questions you'll get is, why don't you want to stay where you are? This can be a tricky question to answer in the interview without negatively speaking about your current job or employer. You already know it's never a good idea to trash talk in an interview, right? So what do you say?
Whether you've left your job already or you're actively job searching, the reason behind your leaving can tell the interviewer a lot. Not only does your answer help them better understand what you're like as an employee, but it also lets them know how little or how much you want the job. For example, if you left your last role 9 months ago, they might wonder why you haven't landed a new job yet. If you're still happily employed, then they know you might be a tougher sell when it comes to a potential job offer. This means you want to be thoughtful about your answer, since it could give or take some negotiation power from you. You will also want to be aware of any follow-up questions your answer might bring up. That's why storytelling is so valuable. If your quick response is, "I'm looking for a new job after being laid off 9 months ago," your story doesn't sound so impressive. If instead you said, "I was laid off 9 months ago and pursued a variety of freelance gigs which have allowed me to expand my skill sets. One of those skills is X. And when I saw this job posting for a company I've been obsessed with for a long time, I knew I had to apply." See what happened there? Good storytelling turned a blah answer into something more impressive, and it told the interview more about you in a good way. What not to say? Like we mentioned earlier, do not badmouth your past employer, nasty coworkers, or toxic workplace. Even if you hated your boss with a fiery passion, keep it to yourself. You don't want your first impression with the interviewer to be all about your bad personal relationships at your past jobs. Also, try not to make your answer a long and complicated story. It's best to be brief and spin the narrative in a positive way, which we'll talk about next. How to answer, "Why are you looking for a new job?" Follow a less is more approach and focus specifically on what attracted you to the new company and/or the role, instead of why you're leaving your current job. In a job interview, you're basically your own PR agent. So make like one and spin the question in your favor. Here's how. Step 1. Start with the unexpected. Obviously, there are reasons why you don't like your current job, but beginning on a positive note never hurt anyone. Explain why your current role has been a positive experience for you. You don't have to go into detail, and you don't have to lie. A simple, "I've had some great experiences in the last year and learned so much about insert industry or your job's responsibilities." That will suffice. Step 2. Bring the focus back to why you applied for the job and your skills. You picked this company for a reason, and they're looking for a candidate who's a great fit, not for someone who just wants out of a bad situation. What drew you to them matters more than what pushed you away from your current company. Make that your top priority. And focus on what skills or experiences you had that match the job description. How can you include that in your answer? Adding to the last example, you might say, "I've had some great experiences in the last year and learned so much about the fintech industry, working in an internal communications team. One of the skill sets I got to improve the most was crisis management. When the pandemic hit, followed by navigating our company's IPO, it was a big year." Step 3. Throw down some industry knowledge and connect your motivation. You better have walked into this job interview with plenty of company knowledge committed to memory. If not, you may want to download our job interview prep list. This is where you'll make it clear that you know your stuff. Mention a recent award the company has received or a new project or client they've taken on. This demonstrates you're on it, but also that you know exactly why you want to join the team. Again, let's see this worked into an example. "I've had some great experiences in the last year and learned so much about the fintech industry, working in the internal communications team. One of the skill sets I got to improve the most was crisis management. When the pandemic hit, followed by navigating our company's IPO. It was a big year, but it also made me realize I really miss working for a wide variety of clients. Your agency especially caught my attention since you're the only one representing interior designers, which has always been a passion of mine. When I saw that you were looking for a director of communications, I believed my startup background was a good fit for this growing company and a place where I could add a lot of value." Step 4. Share how it fits with your long-term career goals. Companies don't make hiring decisions at a whim. They want to feel like whoever they hire will stick around. And they can feel better about that if you share how the role and the company fit into your long-term career goals. Here's what that might look like. Additionally, I'm looking to grow my career with a creative team and help shape this new type of agency. The idea of creating something new is very exciting to me. Below are some other example answers to this question. The format of these answers do a few things. 1, it removes an opportunity to badmouth your current company or role. 2, it reiterates how your long-term goals or interests relate to the role. 3, it proves you've researched and specifically targeted the new company. And 4, it answers the question directly and succinctly.